Dr. Settler, my dear Dr. Grant, welcome to Gilwell Park. Hi, I'm Mike and welcome to Scoutadelic and welcome to Gilwell Park. Gilwell Park has been part of Scouting since 1919 when it was first originally bought, and has tons of different activities. There are winter camps, fun days, Gilwell 24, Scare Fest, among other different things, including Gilwell Reunion, which is an ample diet for any Scout leader out there. But I'm here to find out a little bit more about it, and who better than my co-host? But who is my co-host going to be this month? And again, it's not BP.
Hi, I'm Steve Way. I'm coordinator for Scout Content, National ASU, and chair of North London Scout District. And this is my 60-second Scouter.
3, 2, 1!
So my best journey with Scouts was taking a party of explorers to undertake their explorer belt in the former East Germany. The best photo I've taken at Gilwell. I've taken a lot of photos at Gilwell. I'd be hard pressed to choose, but I'd have to say Sunset on the Quick. My favourite knot is one of two, the friendship knot or possibly the bowline, because I've used it a lot when climbing, which used to be something that I was very keen on before my failing body stopped me doing. How did I start in Scouting? I started in Scouting when I was 8 as a wolf cub in the group that my grandmother started, so my father and uncle would get Scouting. That's the furthest north group in North London. Something people don't know about me. I've got 2 artificial hips, which is why I can't climb anymore. The best photo I've ever taken, that's a tough ask. So I would say the best photo I've taken is on my phone of me with my grandsons.
So on the windy quick, so thanks for answering all the questions. How are you today?
I'm good.
Good. It's a bit nippy, so
we're
keeping our coats on. It's 72 episodes now that I've done, and my co-host teaches me a scouting skill. So what are you going to teach me and everyone else?
I'm going to teach you how to locate yourself by using compass bearings.
Bingo!
So
I've never.
Compass basics.
Well, I'm guessing that's why I'm holding this map right now, so that's okay. All right. So, what do we need first of all? So, what bit of equipment do we need to get this done?
We need the map.
Yep.
And we need a compass.
There we are then. Cool.
You could do it with the compass on your phone,
right?
But there are reasons why that's not ideal.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, what do we need to do first then? What's the first thing?
Well, the very first thing you need to do before you start doing this is you need to find out what the magnetic variation is.
Okay. All right.
Because we're going to go from field to map.
Right. Okay.
Which means that there's a difference between magnetic north and grid north.
Right.
And true north.
Okay.
Now we can get very technical about this, but basically, on all Ordnance Survey maps, you will find down here.
Yep.
It says what the magnetic variation is at the north points.
Right. Okay.
When this map was printed in 2007, so it's quite an old map. So use the current map, not like me. It was 3 degrees 14 minutes.
Right. Okay.
But now it's moved. And it's 1 degree 13 minutes. I checked this morning.
Right,
you can check online.
Oh, right, okay.
It's 1 degree 13 minutes. So it's only a degree, so it's not very much at all.
Right.
If you're watching this in Plymouth, in fact, it's minus about 14 minutes.
Wow.
So it's moved through north, through grid north, and is the other side of it now.
Okay, all right.
And here in 2028 it will move through grid north. It's moving slowly west. So what do we do?
Yes.
So we're standing in a nice exposed space.
Indeed, hence the wind, apologies.
The first thing we do is orientate the map. I set my compass to north.
Yep.
On the map, I find the grid line, which are the blue lines that run up and down and left and right all the way across it, and then I just put compass on the grid line, turn the map till the compass points north.
Yep.
And then the map is showing what I'm looking at.
Right, okay.
Okay?
Yeah, yeah.
So now what we need to do is pick up 2 landmarks
Right, okay.
that we can take bearings of.
Alright.
So the first landmark we're going to find is where there is an obvious structure across the middle of the reservoir. There's a factory over there and a line going across the water. See that? Right, so I'm going to take my compass,
Yeah.
and I'm going to point it directly at that junction,
Right, okay.
and I'm going to turn the, let's do it so you can see, turn the compass wheel.
Right. Oh,
And
so you're
just to show
turning,
you,
yeah,
so
so you're
I'm
turning the arrow so it's
turning the
pointing
arrow.
north, isn't it? Yeah.
So the compass points north.
Right.
So the compass arrow points north.
Yeah.
But the top of the compass, the tip of the compass, is pointing at the landmark.
Right,
So
okay.
I'm going to do that, and that's giving me a bearing of 280 degrees. So then what we do
Yeah.
is we use the compass. We don't worry about which way anything's pointing.
Okay.
We just use the compass.
Yeah.
And we align it back on the grid lines.
Oh, right,
So it's
okay.
giving us the angle.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, I know that here on the map, that's the junction I was looking at.
Yeah.
So I'm going to align that, and at the same time I'm going to use this grid line with the straight lines in the compass,
Yeah.
and align that like that.
Okay.
And that edge, hang on, that edge of the compass is giving me the bearing on the map. And
Right, okay.
so we are somewhere on that line,
Okay.
probably on the south side of that line.
Right, okay.
So now I need to find a way of finding where we are on the line.
Right, okay.
So to find where we are on the line,
Yeah.
I need something else.
Oh, right,
So
okay.
from here, let's look across that way. So you spin around, and there's a nice big chimney over there and the corner of the reservoir.
Yeah. Yep, definitely see it, yeah.
So
So I'm gonna, so if I remember correctly, so I look at it and point it,
yeah,
and then I'm spinning it so that the compass, so the arrow on the compass is pointing to north, in
Yes,
that sense, and that
that's right.
that gives me, right, okay.
Yeah.
So if I just, okay, so that's there, and that's right there. 314, I'm saying.
okay, and we take one away. So it's 313.
313.
So we look on the map,
Yeah, yeah.
and so you've got the corner of the reservoir there, and here we can see round things marked, which is that chimney. So then what we do is we sit this back. Where's the grid line? There it is. We sit this back on the grid line, move up,
Yeah.
line it up on the grid line and the chimney, and then let's put another line in. So where the grid lines cross, that's where we are.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And as you can see, that's the top of the quick, just there.
Ah, nice.
And so that's how to take a bearing.
That's brilliant. That is ace, and that's great, especially if you don't have your, because people are now so used to like Google Maps and everything else.
Yeah.
But if you don't have your phone on you, especially if you know you're not in a well like sort of Wi-Fi zone or whatever, at least with this you can pinpoint, as long as you've got a compass and like sort of a map. Easy.
The key thing to this is if you're out in the hills where you may not have phone coverage,
Yeah.
and never rely on your phone for navigation in wild country. Always use a map and compass and know how to use it.
Yeah.
And this is the skill you need for that.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much. That's great. So you guys have been up to amazing adventures, whether that's still indoors or outdoors, online or offline. These are the amazing things that you have done last month. Here we go.
So we want to see what you get up to this month. So post your pictures on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, tag Scoutadelic, and we'll see what you've been doing.
I'm at Gilwell Park, and this is 15 fantastical facts about Gilwell Park. Here we go. The axe and log logo was thought of by the first camp chief, Francis Gidney, in 1920, as axes at that time were masks for safety by being buried in a log, and therefore became Gilwell's logo.
Behind me is the lid, which got its name when it was first erected because it had no sidewalls, so it was just an open top.
The clock tower is called the Big Mac after the former camp warden Alfred McIntosh.
This stretch of water behind me is the bomb hole, which was created in World War II when a bomb exploded in Gilwell Park.
The Boy Scout statue was donated in 1966. There's over 18 replicas of this statue around the world. One's in Canada. Where else are the others? Let me know. Comment.
The Maori Arch was donated to Gilwell in 1947 by the New Zealand contingent to the World Scout Jamboree, who stayed at Gilwell after the Jamboree.
The Quick was purchased by Scouts in 1945 and was actually used to host anti-aircraft guns in World War II. Also, you can get some really good views from here. Most people do.
The Gilwell Synagogue on the Faith Walk was built in 1957 by Scouts from North London to celebrate 50 years of Scouting.
Gilwell Park became the Scout Association's headquarters on the 27th of April 2001.
The Gilwell Oak was voted Britain's Tree of the Year in 2017.
There are 5 houses of worship for Scouts around Gilwell Park for visitors. This includes the Buddhist Sal and the mosque.
Gilwell was bought in 1919 for the Scouts for training. At the time it was 52 acres and it cost £7,000.
Rover Scouts helped restore the grounds, but as the site was so wet they slept in the gardener's shed, which they called the pigsty.
Each year Scouts Adventures recruits over 50 volunteers from around the world to run activities and keep Gilwell Park working.
The statue of BP here was once outside BP House in London, but was moved to be opposite the White House. Part of the show where I currently have been losing quite a lot of host v co-host. This month is Scout Tennis. Alright, it's one of my originals. So far I have lost the Alphabet Scout and Name As Many. So if you win this as well, that means my co-host for the first time ever since doing this across 6 years now have actually won.
Okay.
If you don't, it means that we're drawing. I'm fine, I'm happy, I can go back to a new start next year, okay?
Okay.
Alright, because I lost last time, I get to choose first. I'm gonna go with this one, which is, animals found in a wood. We are weirdly enough in a wood, so that's perfectly fine. Alright, so I go first,
okay.
Then you, and then back and forwards and forwards until either we spend more than 5 seconds,
yeah,
but the other person has to count. Alright, so if you're not counting, I'm going to take as long, but
yeah.
I warn you now, I want to win this, so as soon as it's your go, I'm starting to count, okay?
Okay.
And if we repeat anything the other person has said, then again, we're out as well. Alright?
Okay.
Okay, so animals found in a wood. I am going to go with something that I think you said. Squirrel.
Mouse.
A hedgehog.
Badger.
A fox.
A rabbit.
A hare, because they're different.
A woodpecker.
Ooh, an owl.
Vixen.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, you swine. A badger?
No! We've had badger.
Oh, okay. Right, this isn't going well for me so far. This isn't a good sign. Okay, but it is best out of 3.
Okay.
So you're 1 up. So I've got to win this, or you've got to win this. So if you want to pick one out of the envelope of doom, I think I'm going to have to call it.
Scout skills.
Scout skills. Okay, so you can take your time, but as soon as you start, we have to go. Yeah.
Knotting.
Oh, photography.
Video.
Oh, okay. Climbing.
Helping others.
Abseiling.
Parade.
Knife skills, as in, you know, whittling.
Map and compass.
Ooh, yes, good point. Something that we did today. Faith. Learning about new faith. Thank you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Be prepared.
Oh, okay. Book reading. Learning about book. It's a skill to have.
Neatness.
Neatness. Cooking.
Sewing.
Firelighting.
Toasting marshmallows.
Camping.
Hiking.
Sledging. Could I?
Axemanship.
Skiing.
Knifemanship.
Oh, I did about knives and whittling.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
1-1.
So this is it. This is it. This either lets the co-host finally win after 6 years, or
We'll see.
it's a draw.
We'll see.
This is it. This is the last one of the year, and it is Campfire Souls.
Oh no.
That's good for me. So I start with Gingang Gooly 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 Watcher.
Campfire's burning.
Okay. Do your ears hang low?
Quartermaster stores.
Oh yes. On top of spaghetti.
Oh, you never get to heaven.
Oh, okay, that's a good one. In the springtime, sing around a lake. That one. 3, 2, 1.
Can you tell I'm not a great fan of campfires?
That was great. I am slightly happy that one was pulled out. Thank goodness. So it is officially a tie for another year, which is great. So yeah, thank goodness for that. So clean slate for next year, but am I actually going to win one of these eventually throughout the year? Who knows? Find out.
That's the end of our show.
Don't forget to give us a like and share and comment below. Have you been to Gilwell and what's your favourite part of it?
And by participating, you can get one of the badges for yourself.
Yeah, they're cool. And also a big thanks to our patrons who are Heather, Irvin, Joseph, Lara, Mark, Marcus, Mark, Martin, Percy, Rob, Roger and Steve. Thank you very much. You're amazing.
And most of all, be a little Scoutadelic.
Bye.
Bye.